Jonathon, it came out today. Maryland's starting quarterback isn't going to play. He's done for the year.
Yes, sir.
So that probably changes prep a little bit because I think the other guy maybe runs it a little bit more than throws it. So was that a consideration at all today as you kind of got your plans together, the fact that there is a change there?
Oh, definitely. Yes, sir. You know, we made sure that our quarterback was more athletic and that we know that the guy that's in can run the ball. I mean, of course, with the starting quarterback out, we have a guy that can run the ball, and I mean, that definitely plays an effect into practice and everything.
Coop, you guys on the defensive line, you've been so close so many times in the last few weeks to getting to the quarterback, but you've got 1 sack in the last 2 weeks as a team. What are you guys doing to, A, fix that, B, is there a sense among you that it's really not something that needs to be fixed, and are you guys, like, how are you staying positive about the lack of stats?
I mean, we know that our job is to get to the quarterback, and we definitely have to get there. We haven't been getting there as much as we would like to, but I don't think that means that we're doing anything like different. I just feel like we have to stick to the plan, keep going hard, keep trusting in our coaching and everything, and I feel like we're going to get there eventually.
Schematically, sorry, Steve, as I watch it, it seems like you guys are going inside a little bit more as far as using the speed of you and Chase to get around the outside. Is that part of the game plan, or is that just something that is working out the way teams are playing against you?
I would say both. I mean, we know Coach Yano knows what he's doing, and we just try to follow whatever play he calls as hard as we can. And with that, I mean, that's just doing your job. And I feel like we're doing your job that we're going to get to the quarterback.
It seems like you guys are getting constant pressure and maybe not getting the sacks, but I think by the second quarter, Lewerke, he didn't want the ball anymore. He wanted it out of his hands before his receivers were even turning around and looking. I don't know if you guys saw on the tape, but just, I don't know, what's your thought? And two of the turnovers weren't even really forced, but by your presence, you guys are able to capitalize on them. Is that kind of how you look at it? You got to be there to make something happen.
Yeah, I feel like as long as we're getting pressures on the quarterback and affecting him in any sort of way, then we're doing our job. Like, even though the stats and the sacks aren't popping up, but where we're getting there effectively and efficiently, then that's just as effective on a football game.
How about Draymond? I think he does get there on the interception. Didn't he hit the quarterback and force the interception? Just how important is that? How does that uplift you guys so much? That's basically a team turnover for you guys.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, with us, as long as we can get to the quarterback and affect them in any sort of way, that's going to take less pressure off our linebackers, off our secondary, and then with the ball thrown and adjusted in any sort of way, it's going to give them the opportunity to make some plays, and it all starts up front.
Brian Day was just talking about how angry people were about that report today, and it's just something that could galvanize this team when somebody takes a shot at you that you think is unfounded. How did that make you feel, Jonathon?
All I have to say to that is that I love my teammates. I love this university. I know we have good people here and good players and good guys, and it's a really great program. And I mean, that's all I really feel about it.
Does it feel like this team's coming together? That this could be something? This seems like you're playing better. You're having more. You hear people saying we're having more fun. Like,
yeah,
November could be special.
Yeah, we've been definitely having more fun. We've been talking about having more fun as a unit, like long before, even since the beginning of the year, just having more fun together and as a team. And I mean, you can see it on the field more apparent now that we're having fun together, that we're hustling, we're doing a better job, and I mean, that's all.
Kind of picking each other up, and
Yes, sir.
To kind of follow up on Clay there, for months now it's been so much outside noise about the school and the program, about Coach Meyer. Is there a sense among you guys that enough is enough, and that today you guys and a lot of players voice their opinions on social media, where you guys are like, you know what, we have to say something?
I feel like some of the players felt like that enough was enough, that they're tired of the outside world talking about us. But I mean, as you can see, like, our players and us, we feel very strongly about our program, and we're very protective over this university, and we're going to represent it any sort of way. So when anybody talks bad about us, of course we get offended, but I mean, we're all just trying to reach for the same thing, you know.
And the defense has had, some issues, giving up some big plays, and you have a game where you only give up 2 field goals. What on the way home, all week since then. What's been the thought that, hey, maybe we've turned the corner a little bit? I know. What's your feeling? Does that really give you guys a lot of confidence?
Yeah, it does. It gives us a lot of confidence. We feel like we're playing the way that we should. Like, we feel like we finally got into a rhythm and a flow, and I mean, with us rolling like that and us going like that, all we can go is up. We just have a momentum boost right there.
With Michigan on the horizon this week, I mean, I know you guys got to try to stay locked in on Maryland. Are you keeping up on how they've been playing up there, though, throughout the season? Yeah,
I mean, that comes with scouting and everything and watching film. You see how well they do against other teams and everything, but we know that when you play at Ohio State, you're going to get the team's best shot. So whether what they show on film or what they did all season, we know that any team that we're playing, we're going to get their best shot.
And I know you took a huge step against Michigan State. Is this the final tune-up then for Michigan? I mean, you guys have one more game to kind of get to where you want to be headed into that one.
Obviously, we know we have a really big game ahead of us, but you can't just gloss over any opponent. You have to take them just as seriously as the next.
And what is about Maryland is good on the offensive side of the ball that you need to worry about?
What we need to worry about? I feel like I don't know if there's anything to worry about. It's just that we have to just put trust in our coaching and go out there and just execute our defense.
When you look at Maryland, I mean, they beat Texas the first week of the season. It's turned out to be, a reasonably good team. Just played Indiana tough last week. Do you feel like you're going to go into a situation where this team, I mean, you've had some tough scrapes with Nebraska, Minnesota, any of these teams, you feel like that same thing could be this week?
Yeah, I mean, Maryland has some athletes. They have a lot of athletes. They're very athletic. I mean, you can see when you watch on film that they're really, really talented guys. And they do a lot of things on offense that can be confusing. But I feel like as long as we put our feet in the ground, we get lined up correctly, that we have a chance and we can go out there and play like we did last week.
Last question.
There's a picture. Hey, I want to just ask you. I think there's a picture of you with Dwayne after the game. You guys were smiling and then you were hugging. What's the conversation like? And I guess, does that kind of speak to everybody's investment level? Like, you're on different sides of the ball and whatever, but it's one team. I don't know. What's your thought?
It's a brotherhood. Me and Dwayne have been doing this for
how long?
3 years now. Every single game, it's routine. Every single game we go over to Berm and make sure he gets a picture of me and Dwayne. And it's just, I mean, it's a brotherhood. It's a brotherhood, and everybody, whether we're on opposite side of the balls or anything, or the ball or anything, we just still got all love for each other. And I mean, I love it. I love it.